Hello and welcome to PM Express Personality Profile. My name is Nana Ansakwa. You see, folks, every group, every community, every town, every country would have that one thing that symbolizes that this is who we are. For us, this is ours, the national flag. Anywhere you see this, you know that Ghana is represented. And there's just one hero who designed this flag for us, Madame Theodosia Oko. Now, even though all throughout the week there's been a saga of the hockey pitch that she spearheaded on our behalf, that's not why I'm here. I am here to find out who she actually is, where she grew up, what sort of parents she had, what lessons did she go through in life that she would advise the modern day Ghanaian, don't do this, because I went through it and I failed. That's what I want to know. I want to know what inspires her, what makes her angry. And I'm here to knock on the door and hopefully I will be welcome. This is Personality Profile. Hello and welcome to PM Express Personality Profile. Now, as they say, it's better late than never. Maybe we should have been here many years ago. But hey, we are here. But you know what? Guess what? When checked out, she still opened her doors, opened her arms, smiled at us and said, yep, come in, come and sit down and let's have a chat. I am talking to Mrs. Theodosia Oko, who, as we all know, designed the Ghana flag, quite literally gave us our identity, what it is that makes us Ghanaian. You know, you could travel all over, and if you see red, gold, green with a lone star hoisted on only flagpole, you know she designed it, and that is what makes Ghana, Ghana. Ma, now, as I said before the camera started rolling, I am the self-proclaimed insisted last born here.
It's true.
So I have come, I've gone on a long journey as a prodigal son, and I've just come to have a chat with mother. But even though I'm not going to tell you what I did when I left, I just want to know what happened when I left. Now, I left in 1922. That was a long time ago. I left in 1922, a long time ago. Ma, 1922 was a while before we got independence. And so your mom is from Enum, your dad is from Enum. Were you born in Enum?
No. I was born in Akim Wenchi.
Akim Wenchi. Okay. Parents were settled there then? Or?
No. In the olden days, the teachers and the ministers, they keep on posting them from one station to the other. So when I was born, that was the place my father was teaching.
Oh, I see, a teacher. But the father then became the moderator?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get there. But what was mom doing?
She was a housewife, a Christian mother. People in the church, the women, they come to learn a lot from her. Needlework, cake baking, and everything they wanted at that time because the literates were few.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. But your mom and dad obviously had the privilege of being educated. Mm-hmm. Siblings-wise, you had quite a big family. Mm-hmm. What did you come in, second, third? Or?
Mm-hmm. I'm the fourth.
The fourth. and probably the loudest.
It depends on how loud you want to do.
So when Daddy was teaching, was he still a reverend minister and a teacher?
No. He became a reverend teacher after he taught for a long time.
Okay.
He became a minister in 1930.
Okay. And the first moderator of the Presbyterian Church?
No,
Not the
we
first
had expatriates.
Okay.
And so he was the first after the expatriates left.
So the first Ghanaian.
Yes, we had, yes.
I mean, the reason why I'm dwelling on the moderator issue, and I'm sure you know that my grandfather was the Reverend G.K. Sintimisa, and he was also the moderator for 12 years. So when I say I'm a last born in this house, I am indeed a last born in this house. So we have something in common. Yeah, we have something in common. Now, Presbyterian upbringing is one that you don't cross the line. I mean, was it like that or even more in those days?
You know, the first people were trained different than by different people and by different countries. So maybe theirs will be a little different from ours. Because we have English people and we had German people, Swiss people. They all train their people a little differently from each other.
Now, I've asked this question before. I don't want to ask you because I haven't asked you that. You see, in our time, in our generation growing up, you find that the young ones queue up at embassies, desperate for a visa. They go to all night and whatever they can do to get a visa just to get out of the country to see if they can see greener pastures. When you were growing up, was that sentiment still there where your age group said, no, we need to go to America or go to Germany so that we can become somebody, or you saw hope within the system?
During our time, the country was with British people. So we knew a lot about white people. And unless you are raised to a standard, they won't come your way. So you won't like to have. It was only when they came here, a lot of them came here, that people started craving to get to where they came from.
Oh, okay. So in your time, you were happy to stay?
Very happy because when they come, they want to learn from us.
Okay.
Our language and everything. See. But now everything is common. If you go to Britain just now and you start abusing a white man, we tell you, I've been to Africa before, then you are ashamed. But in the olden days, only the missionaries were there. Yes.
Coming down. Schooling days, your school days. Is that where you developed your love for sports?
Maybe because my father was a sportsman too.
Okay, which sports did he play?
Football. Football, but if I tell you that he played football, you will doubt it because he became so huge that he couldn't even lift his leg.
I have never ever been able to understand that game or play it in my life, quite embarrassingly.
Oh, but I know. When we were in junior school, boys and girls, we all played football.
Okay. But, hockey, at the time your era, I wouldn't associate whether girl or woman, with a stick, chasing a ball around. I associate a woman to be more a nurse, more seamstress, matron, teacher. So where from that passion?
You see, you've named these people, but you should know that teachers are the people who teach everybody. And those matrons and nurses and so on were taught by teachers. So that was what human beings need, to be taught or to learn.
When you started hockey then, it was only Achimota that was playing hockey. You fell in love with the sports.
I'm a sportsman through. So I fall in love very often with different sports.
Okay. But your passion was to promote hockey.
Yes, when I became a grown-up
and
I learned, yes.
Getting girls interested in hockey then how hard or how easy was it?
All my schools have been, they never played hockey. I learned hockey at Achimota.
Okay. I mean, getting, because you were trying to promote girl hockey.
No.
Just a hockey game?
Yes.
Okay. And how easy was it to get people to adapt to it?
Those who, in my school, we don't play hockey.
Okay.
So it's only those who travel to other schools where they play hockey. If we know about hockey, it may be a teacher described everything to the students. Otherwise, you may be a hockey player.
Okay. Then we move to your identifying this pitch. And the story now tells us that it was not the best of pitches, but you had hope that I can make good use of this.
Yes, when I came here, we always go to 37 Military Hospital. They had a lateral pitch there where we all play. But thinking of the country having this lateral pitch and only one, I thought maybe if we get a proper one, we get a lot of people playing, because I heard that it was an international game. Mm-hmm. So when I got a chance of doing something for myself, then after they've dug the tunnel from Shire Hills to the sea, when they dug the bauxite, mm-hmm. I found out that there was a space, but it was clayey, mm-hmm. because they dug a tunnel under the ground and the residue came to the top and it was all clay, so nobody liked the place. And I decided that maybe if I try, I can make a hockey pitch here. So I went and asked. Anything I do, I ask the owners. I don't just go and take. So I asked, and they said, "Oh, useless place." I said, "Oh, I can make it into something. If you can make it, you can have it." That's how I got that place for the hockey pitch.
I see. So then you have to now fill it and make it a solid ground.
It was filled, but not leveled. You see, they dug the thing up and did all they want underneath, but the soil they brought up was still there. Yeah. So all you have to do is to get it leveled and use it.
I see. Now I'm going to leave the hockey one there, and then we're going to go back to giving us an identity. I mean, it must be. I mean, you see a Ghana flag, and that's what says that there's Ghana being represented here. If the president is coming, he has to fly the flag. If you go to a UN general meeting, you need to fly the flag to say that there is Ghana being represented here. If the flag is hoisted, you salute. If somebody falls, it comes half-mast, and you designed it.
Yes.
I mean, we're going to go back. How come there was a competition and you won? I want to know how the competition came about. I mean, like, was it in school? Was it a national competition?
Before we became independent, it was advertised that being a new country coming up, we needed a lot of things. Mm-hmm. For instance, this flag and everything should be new. So I decided I have to try my hand and see if I can catch up with some of these things so that others too will follow and do the rest.
Let me just let viewers know that Ma Oko is also a brilliant artist, and I'm sure the cameras will go around the room later and you see all her paintings. Literally everything on the wall is either painted by her or designed by her or made by her. So it's not amazing that she painted the flag, but anyway, it's crazy. They do the adverts and say that everything should be new, and one of them was a flag.
Is that so?
Okay. So,
But a flag is the soul of every country.
sure.
You can't stand without a flag. Otherwise, people will not notice that this is this country or the other. That's why they needed a flag. And this was advertised in the papers that being a new country coming, we shall need a flag so that the flag will represent us anywhere we go. Mm-hmm. And I just drew this by thinking of what I think. If people ask me, why did you use this color or that color, mm-hmm. I'll get something to tell them. That's why I use the three colors and added our nature to it. That is the black, the human being, mm-hmm. the black African.
Why did you make them, horizontal rather than? Is there any particular reason?
See, when you unfurl a flag, it flaps like this. Mm-hmm. It doesn't flap like this.
So it shows that. And what were some of the other designs? I don't know if you had privy to it.
When you send yours, finish. Even yours you don't see again. So you are not privileged to see what other people have done.
That's beautiful. And how did you receive the news that you've been chosen or your design had been chosen?
I wasn't following any style of enjoying this because I feel that being an artist, a lot will come and maybe somebody will get a better thing and people will say, oh, when she did this, she thought she is the only artist, but we got a better thing. So I just enjoyed that people have seen it, and I was happy because.
But did you realize the magnitude, though, that for the lifetime of this nation, ever until God comes to destroy it, we are going to be identified because of your idea?
I know that, but that is what should be done everywhere. If you are asked to do something, you think twice before you do it. Or if you get that idea, you have to think of how long it will last before people are people are fed up with what you've done.
So what is it? Like you were home one day, the postman comes, opens the door, you open it and says, oh, congratulations, your design has been chosen? Or how did you do it?
I saw it on the air that they've put a lot of flags everywhere. Nobody even said that we've received your competition drawing or anything.
No.
You are not told about anything. I've done a lot of things. I don't hear anything about it. So I know that either they don't want people to know where it comes from, or I don't know.
Folks, we're going to come back and talk about this thing because you see, I think our forefathers before us even adopted some of our bad habits. Can you imagine? They just took the design, hoisted the flag, and having credited it. When we come back from the break, I want to find out that at what point did that credit come in to say, oh, hello, the design we chose was yours. Stay tuned. Well, on that shocking note, welcome back to the show. You see, because when I started the show, I said better late than never. But I think we are still even late. Because as a nation, as we sit here, Mrs. Theodosia Oko has not got any letter, acknowledgement in person whatsoever from the state saying that, oh, thank you very much for designing our flag. So, then I'm asking that maybe the flag we are using is not the one that you designed, or it's not your flag.
So far, nobody has come to claim that flag has been what that person has done.
It's true. And you know something, you go onto the internet, you go onto Wikipedia, you go on all national websites or now national archives, it tells you that Madame Theodosia designed the national flag. What is our nation's protocol? What is our nation's protocol that if a citizen gives such a flag, something as a flag, our identity, do we not even write a letter, just something with the presidential seal saying, thank you very much, well done, so that the young ones growing up maybe will also be encouraged that if I serve my country, at least I'll be acknowledged. This is news to me, I'm sure it's news to everybody else listening. When I was coming, I was thinking, what else is new? She said everything, but I don't think you're aware of this. And I think if ministers of state and the president and whoever is listening should hurry up, get their typewriters out and type something out saying that, thank you very much, we've received your flag.
Your belated flag.
Your belated flag. It's not late. It's not late. But this is shocking to me. Or maybe it's a standard procedure, ma.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's go back to hockey. We found the page. It's muddy. Nobody likes it. But you believe that I can do something out of it. You go to speak to the owners and they clear the pitch for you, but not very leveled.
No, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
The place was clayey, muddy. Nobody could cross from the government medical stores through to PWD. So it was live. Then we were playing at 37 lateral pitch, and I said it's far away because a lot of people came from town to play, and if you want results, it should be at a place where a lot of people will see what is being done, and those who want to join will join. So I started looking for somewhere. Then I found that when they dug the tunnel to take Boxside to the coast, there was a big place, clayey, so nobody could walk on it, so they didn't like the place. So knowing Ghana, I went to the authorities and asked them what they want that place to be, whether they could give it to me to do my project. They said, what? I said, I like playing hockey, but there's no hockey pitch. We always go to 37 military hospital for hockey. So I'm going to try to build one closer to people so that when a lot of people pass, they will see and maybe we'll get a team or so from outside. And they said they were not going to do anything there, so I could have it. Only I shouldn't build buildings on.
When you first bought it, did you buy it as your personal plot of land, or you bought it in the name of somebody?
I didn't buy it.
Oh, it was given to you?
I went and asked
if you could use the space.
Because there was nothing there, only clay.
Okay. And the agreement was that you won't put any permanent structure on it, but just carry on and play your hockey.
Yes.
Very good. I know you also, were you chairman or were you coach of the hockey team? Because I knew you played a lot of influence in the hockey team.
Later I became the chairman of the Hockey Association. And it was through that I got the strength to go and ask for a place to make the hockey pitch.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you traveled with the team?
Yes. I went to Kuala Lumpur.
Okay.
For a whole month or so. We played all over Kuala Lumpur.
I see. And I know you traveled somewhere else. There was another country that you went to. Were you traveling around with the male hockey team or the female hockey team?
There has never been a female hockey team.
So it's always the male hockey team?
Male hockey team. I'm a teacher, so I can deal with men and women.
You're Iron Lady. You're Iron Lady. You're Iron Lady, and that's the spirit. Yeah, that's the spirit. You know, when I was coming, I took questions from so many people who asked me questions to ask you. So when I get there, you know, the Iron Lady bit will.
She's dead.
No, she's still alive. Very much, I can see. Oh no! You are our own Iron Lady, and that's you. Our own Iron Lady, and that's you. Let's talk about a bit of your family. 2 sons and a daughter. Were you strict? I know Mr. Oko is with God Almighty by now. But were you strict parents? Were you friendly parents? Because I think back then parenting was real parenting, where, you know, a child has to be seen, not to be heard.
You see, everything starts at home. If you are from a home where parents are like your friends and you do everything together, it is not difficult to rear your own like that.
Mm-hmm.
See, so everything starts at home.
So what were you were friendly with?
To the whole family, and we did everything together. And if need be to consult one another for something, we do it.
Okay. And I know you have the 2 boys and
the girl.
And the girl. Now, normally mothers are closer to the boys than they are with the daughter. Is it the same in this house or is it different?
Well, that's why I always tell people that they shouldn't have, if the man would like the boys, you should get some women, girls that will attract the father to but if you have both, mother will take one and father will take one, but odd ones, if you have 3, nobody will claim this one is mine or that one is mine. Then you all move together.
Yeah, don't make an even number. Now the other thing is, traditions. I'm a traditionalist, and our principles and our values of life today and our values of life when you were growing up, and you see that we have really drifted far away from being Ghanaians to now pretending to be Americans. But then you brought us up, so maybe it is your generation that has made us so Americanized and westernized and everything.
What does an American do?
Well, I'm passing the blame here,
I don't know what they do.
Our Ghanaian values, community, where normally you would look after the adult will look after people in their community. Now you have every child is locked in their room, stuck behind a video game. Maybe it's modern times, but we didn't used to be like that. We used to play around and care for each other.
As you already said, you didn't used to do that, but this is the trend these days. Everybody is after computer and other things. So it's not strange that you see that they are shut up in their room playing games on the table and so on. Every generation will have a different thing because we are growing. We are not stagnant. So we have to move to new, as some people say, new pastures.
New pastures. If I don't ask you about the AMA's chief executive actions and I leave this interview, I'll probably shoot me outside. And I know you said it over and over and over again. I personally never expected anything like that ever would have been done. But have you gotten over it?
When I heard it, I said, oh, after all, I'm not a gun. So they abuse me or do anything. When I go to my house or my home, nothing will touch me. So, but I didn't like it because we are all one people with one destiny. And you can use one destiny this different way from the other. So I just kept quiet. When we got the land, it was clay and there was nothing on it. We planted all the trees and everything. And we were fortunate when one Accra somebody was in charge of Accra, built a wall around it and said that he was going to use it for market or something. Then I reported it at the castle that if they can't do their own thing, they should break it down and then build their own. But because I want to use it for something, that is why we built it. And that died out. So that's it. Ghanaians, they always want what is already cooked. They won't try their own hands and do something new for people to say that, oh, when this person came, he or she did this. They always want somebody to attach their names to.
I told you, Iron Lady, she's still got the fire in there. She's still got the fire. Do you still go and watch hockey matches?
I used to go, but now I'm not well, so I don't go.
Okay. And we don't televise them as much, do we? Maybe it was somebody else's to do. It was yours to promote the game and somebody else to promote the, you know.
You see, you make me a scapegoat because I'm going to say that if the person who has done it doesn't let a lot of people know, publicize it, it is you who is taking the picture or doing something about it who should publicize it so that people come and you get something to write.
Well, when I was coming, you know, obviously I'm going to speak to a national icon. And I was just thinking, you know, what do I ask her? So I was ringing everybody. Hey, you know, I'm on my way to Theodosia's house. You know, what do you want to know? And then they'll tell me. The first person I rang was Gifty Auntie. Now, this is what Gifty Auntie wants to know. She said, do you think you're being pushed around because you're not a man and a woman? You know, they're taking advantage of you as they've always done with women. Being Gifty Auntie, she's going to be feminist. And she says that you think that maybe if it was a man, they wouldn't have done that.
Done what?
I'm going to change the name from Theodosia to President Mills Stadium. That they were taking advantage because you're, you know, a woman and, you know, quiet in your place thinking of yourself.
Maybe they didn't even know that I did it. They just met it because they have present Mills having something to do with it. They didn't know everything was based on what I've done.
Okay. Okay. And she also wanted to know that with the new age woman, which you started ages ago, because at the time women were more quieter. This new age woman where women are all coming, do you encourage it or you don't?
If you stop doing it, the men will be happy because we are now going to study all what they do and see that we get everything correct. We won't let them have their own way.
Very good. I also put it on my Facebook wall that I'm coming to your house, and if anybody had any questions for me, there was a gentleman called Pius, and he says, "Who were your heroes when you were growing up?"
Me?
Yes. Who were
I didn't know I was so outstanding to have heroes.
Was there anybody that you looked up to growing up then? You know, some missionary, some teacher?
You know, when I got married and came here, my husband and Dr. Amfom and some old Achimotans, Atiebo and so on, they were playing hockey all the time. So when I came, I said, oh, if I can get a chance of doing, because although I was in Achimota, I was there for only 3 years, and very often you don't get time to go and play. So I just want to stretch my limbs a little. If they will allow me to do something or join them.
So you played with the men?
That's what we do.
I see. Now, Jennifer, who is the production, head of production for this show, also wanted to know two things. However, it seems like you've answered it, because one, she wanted to know what was the prize once they chose your design. But then Jennifer, prize, she hasn't even been told her design is chosen yet. And what were the other designs? No, she couldn't have seen what the other designs were because she just sent your artwork off. So as for Jennifer's questions, we cannot answer it. So we have Emma Morrison, who's head of news, and I rang her also on the way here, and she wanted to know if your vision for hockey, the vision that you had, has it been realized? Is this where you wanted it to be, or you're not there yet?
Oh, I don't think I want it to be anywhere. I think those coming will be the people want to know we have to continue what this woman has done, because that is what will motivate them to do something.
Okay. Jahu is also part of production, and she says, is there one lesson in life that you went through which you think nobody should go through, and what is it, and what would you tell the up and coming generation? I had this unfortunate situation, don't do this or don't do that.
What I like to tell them is, if you make up your mind to do something and you are doing the right one, don't mind anybody, because in the end it will show that either they envy you or because they couldn't do what you've done. So don't worry, you continue doing. If it's the right thing, do it. In the end, you'll get your reward.
That's a good advice. Then I spoke to, he's also going to be your son. Kweku Sintim is a senior who's KSM. So he's also going to be your son with the moderator Presby link. He said, did you expect the president to apologize so quickly? Did you expect that?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, how can I expect president to apologize when it wasn't he who brought the whole thing up?
What was your feeling hearing the president's apology, especially even in his speech in Cape Coast?
I nearly cried, because those who've done these things, they haven't repented. And so I don't see why a big man like this somebody will say "Kotoing" to apologize.
How are you? Very Mommy, we came to visit you, see how you are doing, and to pay you our respects and then to personally extend apologies to you for what happened. It was a mistake, and human beings make mistakes. And so even though I publicly apologized, on national television, I thought that I should personally come and extend my apologies to you on behalf of government, for the mistake that was committed, and also see how you are doing, pay our respects to you, and then also bring you a few items, for your sustenance, and for you to remember that we have not forgotten you, and also to just bring your son to introduce him to you, and let the matter, rest finally.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I've taken everything out of my heart and my mind.
Yes, sir.
I know that we human beings, we always make mistakes.
Yes.
And if we try to keep it, the whole world can't contain it.
That's right.
So everything is all right.
Sweat of their labor, toils of the brave, which have brought me joy. Gold Coast will thank Nananum and elders, Lake Coast Report, Nelson Saba, Pa Grant, Sergeant Ajete, and all who fought for freedom. Everybody! Toils of the brave and the sweat of their labors, toils of... Folks, this has been PM Express Personality Profile with a different twist. My name is Nana Ansakwa, and I've been talking to my newfound mother, Madam Theodosia Oko. She is indeed still got the fire in her, and God knows she might design something else before God calls her. But, Mom, I've loved talking to you, and thank you very much. Now, off the cameras, we're now going to talk about Cropon and all that business.